Hey everybody, this is Patti. Welcome to the Witching Hour, the hour of the day when the veil is thin and magic happens. I got a little New Jersey magic for us today. Dear friend, amazing medium and clairvoyant, the New Jersey housewife herself, April Bousset. Welcome, April.
Thank you, and thank you all little witchy poos out there.
I
I'm
am so
excited.
So thrilled to have you on. We just spent the weekend together recently at Paracon, which is fun. I'm getting to see you a lot lately.
I
And
know.
this week we're going to do as well supernatural soiree.
Yeah. Oh, I'm so excited.
So excited.
Cool.
We are going to be, we could talk about it even later, but we are going to be on it's a warship, right? It's an aircraft carrier.
It's a haunted battleship, the USS New Jersey, Battleship New Jersey, and it's haunted.
Ooh, that's good.
And it's funny. So many people tried to get on this ship to investigate, and they don't let them in. But we're in. And I get, big news for you. You completely sold out through your midnight seance.
Yay. What is
So
be the first seance on this boat? We'll see.
yes, we got to see. This is going to be fun because I think we're really going to rev up the spirit on the ship. So we'll see what happens.
Yeah.
I think we were revving up the spirits in Massachusetts.
We were revving up the spirits in Massachusetts, had them active and fun and playing. Yeah, we're like little battery packs. You are and I am. And her, you get together, it's like,
I know we've had many great times. We've done a gallery together. You brought me in on that. That was so much fun. Your gallery readings are absolutely amazing.
thank you. And that much better with two, or that much better. I'm definitely like the more the merrier kind of thing, because it just creates a whole new dynamic. Spirits have more options of who to talk to. So tell anybody who doesn't know you, and again, you guys have to know her because she's amazing.
Thank you.
Did you always know that you had the gift or the sight, or what's your story?
Yeah, I started when I actually at 4. I mean, which is really young. Not that I knew anything was going on, but it was my first experience. We had just moved into a new home, and I think I woke up, and my dad was there, and I see my dad. I'm talking to my dad, and I yell for my mom. Mom, come in here. And she comes in. I'm like, Daddy's here. My father died 2 years prior.
Wow.
Yeah. But, Patty, we know how this works. Once we let in one spirit, it's like they open a portal.
Yep.
So we had every spirit from like 10-mile radius coming into the home. But they started to terrorize me. Now I'm being pushed. They were mimicking my mother's name. So I'd wake up in the middle of the night, and I would start walking to find my mom, but they would lead me towards the stairs. What is with the bad spirits and stairs? They
Right.
want us to
Oh,
fall.
like just, bad spirits, bad people.
Yeah.
That's wild. So how did your mom handle that? This little girl who sees spirits.
Where, the funny thing, like, they were accepting of it because I was seeing them, but everyone was experiencing something because everyone kept getting grabbed by the stairs, the
Wow.
infamous stairs. So you can feel the energy. That's how it started. I think as I got older, just knowing things, I started to be able to read my friends. So now my friends are telling their parents about me. So the parents said, "Oh, can you read us?" So I had my little deck of cards out, and another psychic had given me and told me I can read. And I started reading. I remember one of my very first readings was from my friend's parents, and I said, "I know somebody's very ill, and they have cancer, but the testing's going to come back benign." When I tell you, Patty, I didn't even know because I think I was like 15, 16. I didn't know what benign meant because, I didn't know about cancer. I mean, of course, I didn't know what benign meant. So I'm reading them and I could see their eyes welling up with tears. And they're like, "Thank you." And they left. And I said, "Oh my God, I'm not doing this anymore because I just upset these two people." Well, I get a phone call 2 days later from the mother thanking me because the test came back benign. It was from my friend's older sister. So that's how that started. Then I started getting into the paranormal because now people started hearing about me. So they're like, "Hey, our house is haunted. Can you come over?" I'm like, okay, this is something new. And that's how I started with the paranormal.
That's awesome.
Yeah. Here we are. And here
And
you
you're
are. And then we cross paths.
yes. And then we cross paths and we do, the conventions and do things along the way. I love getting to hang with you. I love getting to work with you. Your energy is
I
just,
still feel. And when we get our whole group together, the girls, it's amazing. And some boys. Oh, God bless you.
thank you. That's so for sneeze.
This is from us traveling so much
Of
from
course,
all
we
these from
travel.
state to state and hugging everyone because people are hugging us. And, after you were doing your gallery readings, with Rob. So, and plus when people come to meet us at the booths. So
Yeah.
we have to really rev up on some zinc.
Yes. I've discovered, and this is for anybody out there, this isn't psychic-y stuff or witchy stuff or medium stuff. It's something, it's called gamoling. It's a Chinese herb, Gmaoling. Gamoling. It's a Chinese herb. It's really inexpensive. You can get it in Chinatowns, wherever they have one. Fancier stores like Whole Foods and stuff. God, decades ago, my husband and I had a little cold, and our neighbor across the street, he was a professional dancer. He goes, "You will never get a cold again," and he handed us a bottle of it.
Wow.
He goes, "You think you're gonna get sick? You know when you get the scratchy throat or the fluttery eyes? Think you're gonna take?" He goes, "Just take a handful. They look like yellow M&Ms." He goes, "And you won't get sick." He goes, "If you don't catch it in time and you're already getting sick, a handful of those and you'll be sick less than half the time." We really haven't got sick since then. I go to Chinatown in Los Angeles and buy a case of 12 little bottles. They're in a bright orange and yellow. There's a lot of different brands, but almost all of them have packaging in bright orange and yellow. GANMAOLING, and you won't get sick. This, I don't know where this just came from. I guess I need to go take a handful of yellow pills.
Absolutely. Well, look, season too, September, October, whenever we get sick. But, this is where the witchy stuff comes in.
This is the witchy stuff. The veil is thin. Are you feeling it?
Yes,
I mean, we're days away from veil being the thinnest all year.
Yeah, I don't dream. I do not have dreams, but I've been dreaming a lot lately. And I'm like, this means something. But you have this to go back to Genelin. Have you tried oil of oregano?
No, I hear that's good though too. Does that work? If you tried that?
Yeah, that works too, but I want to try this. They say the same thing too. But this is all good stuff, people, because this was started, many, many hundreds of years ago from witches, essentially what you would consider witches.
Well,
Were essentially the healers.
Yeah, who knew about herbs and medicines and things. These are all herbs. Yeah, whether they use the title witch or not, most didn't. They were healers and midwives, and
you didn't realize that they weren't doing that. Somebody had asked me the other day, like, what denomination I was, and I said, well, Catholic, but isn't it same thing with Wiccan? We do the same things.
And Catholic is the closest. We do all this frankincense, myrrh, censers, this and that. I just think it's a different template. I study religion. I have school philosophy religion. And the basic truths are the same. It's just like the names have been changed. It's
absolutely
template on your cell phone or on your messaging. Just put, everybody's got half man, half thing dies on a tree, whether it's Odin or Christ or this or that. There's this line that if you look at what you have in common, it's like everything, not you're different.
We're all a big family and we just share things. So I love it. Like I have to bring this up. I remember I told you, because you had told me about dragons.
And
I'd have to come obsessed. So I have my dragon.
This is lots of beauty.
Gorgeous. I said, when I saw him, I said, he will protect me.
He will protect you. He will definitely protect you.
Well, that's right. What Patti says is right. So, I tell Sebastian to do something, and it happens.
So I love that you're a dragon, Sebastian. I never have a dragon, at least one that's within arm's reach of anything. It's just there's a dragon this, there's a dragon that, there's a dragon whatever it is. Them and you charge them, and you have a helper magical.
That's where he named him. I want to name him so to make it personal. So I love the name Sebastian, so his name is
That's
Sebastian.
a nickname. One of my best friends in the world is
I
Sebastian.
love that name. It was funny when we were on the panel in Mass Paracon. It was funny because we were just like sharing little tidbits, and I was saying how I like to put crystals in my body wash, my shampoo, things like that, and charge in the shower.
Yeah, because it's magic. All that water is magic.
Oh, wow.
I carve it and I write Sharpie on it. So you're putting the crystals inside. I'm sharping love, health, wealth, whatever on the outside. We're the same.
Well, what, I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna write something, and then really, like I said, and you always say it's the intention. So, this is the magic month too, like to start practicing this.
There's
Yeah.
it. In the pagan religion, this is going into New Year's.
Yes.
Halloween, it's Samhain, which again, what all of Halloween came from really is because the veil is thin. That's why people did dress up and you put the lanterns out front. They used to use, turnips, and they didn't have pumpkins in Europe, but we turned it into pumpkins to scare off the spirits, and you put on funny costumes. But it's Samhain. It really is about the veil being thin and celebrating our ancestors, just like Dia de los Muertos a few days former in Mexican culture, Spanish culture, Latin culture. So this is a magical time for
It really is. Don't you feel it? It feels extra magical this month.
extra it does, and we need it. It's
Yeah.
been super crazy lately. We all know that.
Yeah.
So what are some tips? Again, you're a busy girl like me. You're active. You're out. You're a public eye. What are some things that you do to keep yourself together, balanced? Do you have any tips, tricks that you do to, get through this crazy time?
Well, like you said, with the shower too, with doing that. But I love to walk in the morning, but walk in nature.
Yeah.
And yeah, you're right. And that's how I ground myself. And I walk, and not with headphones. I just want to listen to the birds. I feel like I communicate with the birds. I feel very intense connection to them. And no, not anyone, everyone needs to be in touch with nature somehow. Even if you walk through a park where there's beautiful trees and flowers. But I also like to get up 3 o'clock in the morning. This is my crazy little ritual because I like to work at 3 a.m. And I make my cappuccino, but I sit outside because the birds are up.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So I go out and I hang out and listen to the birds, and I swear it's almost like I can know the mood for the day on how they're singing. Because if you listen to the trees and nature, there are different sounds. They're not always singing the same song.
No.
So warning you with weather and stuff like that. So it's such a beautiful connection, and that totally grounds me.
We are exactly the same. And we do need to pay attention to Earth. We do need to pay attention to our little planet. And trees do have the answer. Plants do have the birds are messengers.
They are.
And I think because how crazy the planet is and we have to take care of it, that more and more people are luckily becoming aware of elements and taking care of Earth, Mother Earth. More people are into fairies now and seeing gnomes. People who not even of the magical witchy word, I saw a gnome. It's yeah, they're showing themselves because we have to take care of them.
Yes. Honey, do you think because now they're starting to believe, and when you believe, they come.
They come.
I mean, we can see them already. We are connected with the earth and nature. But now people are talking about fairies and gnomes, but I think people are believing, so they are coming alive and they're being able to be seen.
Yeah, and for us, yeah, and again, it's bringing magic into the scary planet and everything we have now. There's hope.
Yeah,
balance ourselves out. Yeah,
I think we are kind of astrologically, we are resetting because, we got Pluto going into, I believe, Aquarius, or is it Uranus? I love astrology. I'm not an astrologer, but I love it and I mess around with it. For Aries, Libra, Capricorn, and Cancer, they're just getting over a 16-year karmic cycle, which is hell because I'm an Aries.
I'm a Libra.
You're a Libra. So there might have been some aspect in your life that was giving you problems. So whether it be finances, love, something with the home, whatever, this is ending. And you can see, because this is the month of it ending, and I can feel it.
I can feel it. I was gonna say, I can feel it.
Yeah.
Every day it's more and more like, "Well, that went right, and that's happening," and we're
Yes.
easier. It's like an ease that's stepping in where over the struggle.
Yeah. Do you ever, like, you don't forget if you, like, a new project that just came your way in the past 3 to 4 months, this is gonna come to fruition.
I hope so. Thank
Yeah.
you.
So whatever what had planned is coming to fruition. And
Thank
I think it's just magic of October. Have you noticed, I always said every October and April are my 2 favorite months, and those are the most turbulent for us Libras and Aries.
Yeah.
Because the eclipse is always in there and they oppose each other, Aries and Libra. So you probably felt it. Well, I didn't feel it this month. And
No,
oh my God, it's really over.
I definitely feel it, and I didn't even know that we were because again, I love astrology, but I cannot keep it in my head. It's like too
Yeah.
for me, or like it's too left for
I think we all have our modalities that we like, that we, so that always was what I was drawn to. It was astrology, because the accuracy of it too. If
amazing.
done correctly, I know I had a friend that did, I think it's pronounced Hori astrology. If you're from Jersey, it's called Hori. Hori astrology. But she can actually, like, find objects, or if you it can answer a question. It was remarkable. But it's really intense, the mathematics that goes behind it. I mean, I'm sure it's different now with, technology and everything, but nothing like a handwritten chart.
Yeah, no, no, I know, and I know some beautiful astrology, and there are different kinds now. They say it's a Vedic. Or I have a friend who does called Bazi astrology, which is an old Chinese one. It's very
Wow. Yeah.
Bazi astrology, but it's the accuracy amazes me.
It is. People don't realize that just everything we do, there is an accuracy behind everything we do. Even when doing readings in galleries, sometimes the people aren't getting it. Last night I did a show and I was saying, I was picking up the man did a shout out to his brother and say, happy birthday to my brother. And I had heard a little boy say, please tell him I said happy birthday too. And the little boy was showing me with a truck, something with a truck. So I told the guy this and he didn't know what I was talking about. And then, like, mid show, he comes back and he's like crying and he forgot his brother had lost his son. And there was the picture with him in the truck. They, I think, buried him with the truck or had something with the truck. So, but you see, like, I'm sure you've done the galleries and people are calling you later. Patty, you know what? I know what you're talking about.
I don't. To me, it's always you'll remember. I'll almost say it. You'll remember in 3 days. I call it like seance amnesia or mediumship gallery amnesia. It's like I'll be going, yeah, there's a giraffe. No, we all have. Yeah, I'm seeing a giraffe. I'm gonna stick it. No, no, no. Then like the next day, I'm gonna call. Oh yeah, the giraffe.
Oh my God, people out there watching, if you have not seen Patty do a gallery reading, you
For April.
must see her. It is magical. And you know what's different about you? You actually involve all the people. She brings everybody in, and everyone works together. It's absolutely magical and beautiful.
Yeah, I actually love that. Even we did a late night unplanned seance in the middle of the night the other night in Massachusetts. Well, yeah, I'm a medium, but look at you're a medium, Melissa's a medium, and Matt's a medium, and this is a medium. If
Yeah.
you or April, it's like you guys, let's just share this. I can orchestrate as needed. I will be the orchestra leader, but you're as good as me. You're as good as me. And then it's just that more is more to me.
It's the shared energy. We share some. That's why we all have such a great group. It's like every time we're all together, we share. We
Yeah.
share everything, and it's a lot of love, and it's fun, and it's laughs, and just like last year, like I was saying earlier, when we shared that moment where all those people, I believe, were trapped. It was in the church,
Yeah.
or we were young, and the feedback that we were getting from them that they were still trapped. And we all came together as shamans, mediums, witches, and we released the souls. It was absolutely beautiful. So we did chanting, we did humming, we did shaman work. It was just amazing.
And you felt it. You felt it.
Oh,
Everything opened up. Every person there, whether they considered themselves intuitive or not, you just like, it is done.
we released it and we cried, and it was beautiful.
Yeah.
So this really works, people. I know, like, some people might put their nose up at it, but there is magic. You really just need to believe. But you know what I always say, like, I put magic into everything. So even this pen, I could say, this will make me write better, but girl, that's something, because I have Ghosted magazine. So this
Beautiful magazine.
Thank you. And wait, I was talking earlier about this. Patty was my second issue. That second issue was our bestseller because it sold out in less than 22 hours.
Wow.
That people kept emailing us and calling us. It was nonstop messages that had to reprint it. And guess what? That sold out in 22 hours too, because of this beautiful message.
Yes, there is magic in pens. There's magic in everything. We're the same, April.
I know.
Because I'm like, charm your toothpaste. It's mint. Mint will bring your smile and words of eloquence, just like your pen will work words of eloquence. Everything, it's what we make it. So why not make it magic?
Yeah.
Well, tell everybody about Ghosted magazine. You came on the scene like, what
the hell? Like, do you know, I had this idea about 3 years ago, and I remember telling my old agent, I said, I really want to do a magazine. And so this is 3 years ago, and I said, I want to do it. I'm just going to find the right time, the right people. And last August, I'm driving in my car, and my friend Michael Castro, who's a friend of mine, and he does graphics, and he's amazing. And now he does all the graphics for all the Paracons. But I remember calling him. I said, hey, Michael, I've had this idea. I came up with the name Ghosted, and I want to do a magazine, and I want it to be all paranormal, cryptid, everything, and bring, the old stuff back, in a positive light, not make it like a TMZ type thing, where this is all the positive aspects. And I wanted to bring the underdogs. I love the underdogs, the little people in our communities that are not, lesser known, that really aren't known. I wanted to bring them. So I find wherever I travel, I meet these new teams that people don't know about, and we write about them. And of course, we have our celebrities like yourself, to grace the covers, but because we want to see that. But it's just really nice to get the inside story, the background of everyone, and we do locations. So we travel. We try to find very obscure locations that are, untouched.
Yeah.
So
It is a beautiful magazine. How you represent the paranormal in general. It's positive, it's beautiful, it's informative. So I know we're not even to the end yet, but tell people where they can find Ghosted magazine.
Oh, and you can go to ghostedmagazine.com, and also, because it's connected, intuitiveapril.com. And I also do my tarot scopes there monthly. Well, not monthly, I'm sorry, it is a quarterly magazine. It's quarterly and print. So, but it just came out. We came out a little bit early. It is our anniversary edition. So it was a bigger magazine, and we have the Warren Paracon in it, which we both just did, which had the honor of going and staying at the Warrens and Lorraine Warren's home.
Wow.
It was, oh my God. Oh my God, is that place crazy? It's absolutely beautiful. Everything's contained. When you walk in there, you could just feel the love. You could feel Lorraine. But in the basement, that's another story. We were allowed down there, but all we kept hearing was moving around. It was so active that Michael and I were looking down the basement because, there's a stairway going down, and it's open, so there's no door there. And we're seeing shadows walking fast, and there's a lot of action going, people. And you hear them whispering, but they don't come upstairs. I guess, Lorraine kept it that way, that they're not coming upstairs. But I got to tell you, the boys of Nesper, they really honor her and really keep everything going in their legacy, both her and, Ed and Lorraine, the legacy, and they keep the museum. It's absolutely gorgeous in there, and you can feel a different energy from all the objects, So I don't know how you feel. So I always say when something has like either a curse or a spell on it, I get electric shocks. I almost feel like somebody's shocking me, you know. And of course, I came to that one statue. Oh gosh, what is it? Oh, I forgot what it was, but I think it had something to do with witchcraft, a darker arts, and that there was a spell cast on. You could feel the energy from it, but it was amazing to be there.
It was. They brought the whole Warren Museum versus it being a brick and mortar place now. It's like a traveling museum. So they brought it to where we were for the Warren's Paracon. We had Annabelle. We had right there. I was dancing around there. And yeah, I of course feel it. Yeah, everybody felt. And it was so funny. My booth where I could sell my books and my power panties was right, just nothing but thin curtain separated me. So I just had my off switch off.
Wait, that's right. You were right behind Annabelle, correct?
Behind all of that stuff. The tour is going by. So I'm really good since I was a little kid too, just like you. These gloves are actually protective gloves I wear. As a kid, I walked around with my thumbs inside my fingers. That was my off switch. But so I was able to get through not having, Annabelle directly behind me for 2 days. It was fun. It was so great being there with you. And
it was. The atmosphere was just beautiful. I love New England Paranormal Research Society. I love Nesper, Tony Spera. I mean, just the love that you see. And I'm glad that the newer generations get to see Ed and Lorraine, because this is what we grew up with. These were like, the godparents of the paranormal that we learned from.
I never got to meet them. Did you ever get to meet them?
Oh, no. So I've talked to so many people. Of course, Ryan Buell was there. To get to the background story on them, it's that's still one of my biggest regrets. I did not get to meet them. I wish I would have started the magazine earlier. I wish I would have been braver. But I think, like I said, because now that we're taking the shows away, except for Ghost Adventures, love that show.
I know that keeps on. Though I don't know when they're going to start new episodes. I've got 2, and I've recently shot 2 with them.
Mm-hmm.
Usually, I kind of do a couple a year for the last 9 years. That's kind of it.
But that's fantastic.
But usually we shoot one, and then a couple months later it airs, and then a few months later we view it. We shot one and it hasn't aired yet. We just shot another one and it hasn't aired yet. So whether they're going to pull them back, one of them should be for Halloween. But
I was going to say, you're always part of the Halloween. But like my husband, before I met you, spoke about you. He was like, you can flash her, and it was like, oh my God, because Ghost Adventures is our favorite show here in the house. So, but it is great. It's funny. I did an article for this issue on Jeff Conkle. I love Jeff. I know, and I call him the fifth Beatle. Adventures guys.
For anybody who doesn't know, Jeff Conkle is the equipment tech. They've gone through a few. I remember when Justin was there. Started out with Bill Chappell was there.
Yes.
Equipment tech for whatever, but they've always been the guy in the background. He's the fifth Beatle. He's in episodes all the time.
It's funny because I didn't know, like I was always friends with Jeff, and Jeff's very humble and he's not boisterous and he doesn't discuss this. So we're friends, Facebook friends, but we always spoke. And one day I'm watching Ghost Adventures and I hear Zach go, Jeff, get out here. And here comes Jeff. And I'm like, wait, that's my Jeff. But, I'm grateful for shows like that and grateful that people like yourself on these shows, because how many people that we bring out of the closet, the broom closet.
Yeah, out of the broom closet, out of every closet. Yeah, no, and they are so good to me. And it's always an adventure, and I like adventure. I never know what I'm getting into. I never know where I'm going. That's the way we like it. If I
That's
do know where
nice.
I'm going, they won't have me go in and do a seance or an investigation because I've been there, done that. They
Yeah,
want everything fresh and new. Then in
yeah,
those episodes, I'll stand outside and going, well, this is what I experienced. You guys go in and do
yeah.
it.
Well, no, you're badass. So when you go in there, you're like right here, and it's exactly where they were discussing, and this and such is here. But it's people like that. I tell you, I remember when I first came out because I used to hide. I didn't do readings, but I would only do it over the phone. I
Yeah.
didn't want anybody to see me. I didn't. I was afraid. I'm like, they'll make fun of me. Have pitchforks outside with fire. And then I remember going to my husband the one day and, I was leaving my 9 to 5 corporate job and I said, I think I'm gonna come out of the broom closet. And as soon as I came out, and I started doing a few things here and there, and somebody had, well known from that discovered me and brought me onto Facebook to start doing readings on his platform and and then all of a sudden, Travel Channel contacted me to be on the Holzer Files. So, and they're just getting all these offers, and I'm like, oh my God, this is too much. And I still didn't want people to know. I didn't want my high school friends to know. Although they knew I was a little witchy back then, because, but, but it's funny, now people are like, oh, I saw you or I see you, here or there. And I'm like, yes, I'm out of the closet. No.
Be out of the closet. So anyway, before we go, tell people, so they can love you as much as I do. Where can they find you? What website, social media, anything you have coming up?
Oh, sure. So it's April, the Psychic Housewife in New Jersey. My website's intuitiveapril.com. We also have the Supernatural Soiree coming up, which is Supernatural Soiree.
Weekend.
The 26th. The 26th. So,
Weeks.
yeah. Oh my gosh, it's so
Today's the 21st. This is magic.
yeah, oh my God, it is this week. Oh my God. Everything's in order. We have everything set up. Because we started this a year ago, but it's on the haunted USS Battleship New Jersey. And Patty's going to be there for a sold out show for she's having a midnight seance on the ship. This is the funniest thing. There's going to be food. There's going to be vendors. Of course, there's a bar there. And there's going to be dancing. But we have a DJ. You're not going to believe this, what his name is. And this is his real name, DJ Ghost. Like, just one more fun thing, though, about this. So when you come up as a red carpet event, you're going to come up the red carpet. There's going to be step and repeats. We have a 360 camera.
Wow.
And we have a freak show going on, the fire throwers and dancers. And there's characters. We have actors dressed as Annabelle and all these creepy people. So when you're out on the dance floor, you're going to, with DJ Ghost playing the music, you have these actors out there, the midnight seance. It's just going to be so much fun. Oh, and we have a live portal to Wilson Castle because they have a party going on. Huh? So we can party with Wilson Castle and they're going to party with us in New Jersey.
So people can still get tickets, even though it's this weekend for the party itself, right?
Yeah, you still get tickets because the ship is huge.
Wow.
So we still have I think we only have a few VIP tickets left, like maybe 2. And then we have the general admission. The VIP gets you in an hour earlier too, but unfortunately, Patty is sold out. Her midnight seance is completely sold out. We even added more, and we can't do it anymore because everyone will be sitting on each other's laps then.
Party too.
It's party. It's a parallel party, and we're trying to bring everyone together. Even anyone that had differences, maybe not like each other, didn't know each other. We want everyone to get to know each other. And they are coming from all different groups from all over the U.S. are coming in. We even have people from Canada.
You're bringing them together, my friend. I'm honored to be a part of it. I am so thrilled.
We are honored to have you, and I'm excited to see you.
So anyway, make it out to New Jersey this weekend, you guys. Check out her website, her pages. Get tickets. You can't go to the seance, but you have the whole night. You have the whole ship. You have the party. You have DJ Ghost.
Oh my God, we have so many, celebs there. We got Shane Pittman, Sarah Lemos, so many. Me, I'll be there. So it's going to be great.
Yeah, so join us. Well, thank you, April, for bringing your beautiful New
Thank
Jersey
you.
magic and
Thank you.
and beauty to the witching hour. Anything you want to say to everybody before we go?
No, just keep being witchy, and this is a magical month, guys, go out there and cast your intentions into the world. And if, too, and, come visit my website, intuitiveapril.com to see where I'll be appearing. I'm not even sure where I'm going anymore.
Or I
See
am.
my appearance.
I'm going. So we need a Here's April like I do a Here's Patty so we can figure out where we are. Anyway, thank you. You guys check her out. intuitiveapril.com. All her social medias, like her, follow her, and maybe see you in New Jersey. Thanks for being on the Witching Hour.
Thank you.